Hello guys and girls, and happy Homebrew Wednesday to you. One or two things to show you and tell you about this week. Not anything too exciting, but it is what it is. Start off with my flag. I got that back from Homebrew Chris other day, and he kindly sent me back a beer with it. He sent me a Columbus Brown Ale, 5.2%. So that's been sat in my fridge, just settling. We're not having that tonight though. I'm going to have one of my own when I find a bottle opener. And this is my Mosaic IPA, and I should have got organised, shouldn't I? I need a glass. Well, this is one of the things I was going to show you, so I'll show you this and I'll use one of these. While I was away last week, I got two glasses with craft beer logo on front, very nice. It says they're a set of two European glasses, Ravenhead, and I'm sure it said somewhere about wheat beers. Yeah, the European glass shape is specially designed for wheat beers with a narrow centre and tapered top, which prevents the brew from going prematurely flat and to allow room for the thick yeasty head to grow. The bottom part of the glass is designed to trap sediment. So there you go. But we're having an IPA in it. So like I said, we're having my Mosaic IPA, and this has turned out really well. Well, I think it has anyway. This has only been in fridge 20 minutes, if that. But I'm happy with it. I think it's come out alright. It's not a crystal clear drink, but it's fairly clear. But with an IPA, you don't always get a clear drink anyway, do you? Because there's usually a lot of hops in them. And you're getting the magnum hops coming through. Really coming through. It's got a nice sharp bitterness to it. Lovely head. And this one with Crafty Brews, all grain. And incidentally, I've sent one of these out to somebody. I'll not say who, I'll let you have a surprise, but you'll probably be able to work it out. It's a thank you for signing my flag. So somebody that's already signed it has got one of these coming, and I've just sent my flag out again. Sent it out yesterday or the day before to David at Cheshire Homebrew, and I'm pretty sure I put you one of these in. I think it was one of these. Put your beer in anyway, but I'm pretty sure I think it was one of these in. But I thank you for signing my flag. And that's what I'm doing now. Now I've got some beers coming through, I can start to send out a beer with my flag as a thank you, and the people that have already signed it, yours is coming. Just be patient. So that's my IPA, and it's top notch. And these first 3 brews that I've done, all grain, proper first 3 batches, I'm converted. I really am. I used to listen to people on about all grain versus kit beers, and people saying, oh, kit beers are as good as all grain and that. I don't know. There is a few good kit beers, but what you can do with all grain, it's opened my eyes. But anyway, that's a totally different discussion. So yeah, I've had a beer sent, and that's my beer, and I've sent a couple of them out. While I was buying these glasses, there were also one of these. Barrel dispenser. Ideal for brandy, whiskey, cognac, port, vodka or rum. Well, you may remember a while back I kept on about, oh, I'm collecting whiskey things and I'm going to build a whiskey cupboard and that. Well, I'm still collecting my whiskey bits and bats, but whether I'm going to do a cupboard or not, I don't know. I've looked at what space I've got and I haven't really got room to fit a cupboard in. Not how I'd build one anyway. So if you look just there, I put a shelf up and I haven't got, I can just show you, I haven't got everything up there yet, but I've just got, where are we, a few, come on, a few bits up there. And I think I'm planning on putting maybe another one up here, and I'll spread all my whiskies and rums over these two shelves, or I might even do a third one over there, we'll see as we go along. But I think that's not showing you it properly, has it? It'd be better doing a shed update one at weeks and showing you everything that's new again in my shed. I might do an update one at weeks. Anyway, so digressing yet again. So I bought a barrel dispenser and that's it there. Little tap and you get a measurer, which is your stopper, and it's on a little handy dandy little rack. So I'll get something in there and get it up on my shelf, and it holds 1 litre or 34 US fluid ounces according to the box. So they're the only two purchases I've really bought of late, that dispenser and these two glasses, for ornaments and decoration in here. What I have ordered today, I've been and ordered another 2 all grain kits, and I think these will be my last 2 that I do buying it in as a complete kit. I started off doing them that way. This will be 5 I'll have done. I started doing them that way purely because I wanted to get used to my kit that I'm using, what my boil off rate is and things like that. And I think I've got that somewhere near. I think by the end of these 2 kits, I'll be pretty tuned into what my kit does, so I have an idea when I'm doing recipes what to allow for and things like, you know what I'm on about. So I've ordered today, let's get my book because I'll forget what they are. And when I've ordered from Brew UK, they've usually been here within 2 days. So it's now Wednesday. I'm hoping they might be here Friday, and I can, or Thursday, late Thursday, no, Friday. I'm hoping they'll be here Friday. I can brew Saturday or Sunday, get one of them on. I've ordered a West Coast Pale Ale. It's got pale malt, Vienna malt and carapails, and hops in it are Magnum, Citra, Simcoe, Mosaic. So that sounds really nice. 23 litres, 4.5%, and it's a US-05 yeast. So hopefully that'll be spot on. And the other one I've ordered is a St Austell 1851 IPA, and that's got pale malt, amber malt, cara malt and wheat malt. And hops are Fuggles and Styrian, 23 litres, 5.2%, and that's got a Nottingham ale yeast with it. So they should have been dispatched and on the way to me. So they're my next 2 brews that are coming. And while we're talking about brewing, you may have remembered I mentioned about clearing my grains out and seeing what I've got and doing a bit of a brew with bits and bats. Well, I've got over there some grains and my last 2 bags of hops that I've got, and I'm thinking of doing some sort of pale ale or lightish beer, and I've got loads of rhubarb, so I've got to stick some rhubarb in it really and do some sort of pale ale, rhubarb pale ale or something. But I haven't been on any of these things on the internet where you can brew builders and all that, you know, where you can build your recipes. I've not been on Beersmith. I've got to start looking at that now when I start doing my own recipes and that, but I'll just flick camera over, take it over there and show you what I've got, and if you can help me and come up with some numbers or some suggestions to what I ought to be using to do some sort of like light pale ale type thing, what I can bang a load of rhubarb in, leave me a comment if you will. So I'll just flip it over and take it over there. Right, so this is what we've got. Up back here I've got 3.2 kilo of Marisotta, and then at side of it at back I've got just under a kilo of wheat malt. Below that I've got nearly 500 grams of crystal. I've got 500 grams of Munich malt and 500 grams of Vienna malt. They're all malts I've got really. Others are, I've got some more in there, but they're chocolate and black malt, and I think they ought to be binned really, that I've had them quite a while. I've got an SO4 yeast, and hops I've got a Brambling Cross and where are we? Challenger. I was thinking of using Challenger for bittering, and then Brambling Cross if I use them in boil at some point. So I'm definitely thinking I should be using at least, because I'm going for a 23 litre batch, so I'm definitely thinking I should be using full 3 kilo of Marisotta, so much wheat malt, and if somebody can help me with amounts I should be pruning for a 23 litre batch, maybe a bit of crystal. And would anybody put any of these in? Any Vienna malt or any Munich malt in? Don't know. But that's what I've got to work with. Now, can I come up with, or can you come up with, some sort of brew out of that lot? If you can help me, I'd appreciate it. So we'll just go back over to the bar and we'll just carry on. So that's what malts I've got. I know I ain't got a really big choice, but we're having 3 kilo of Marisotta and a bit of wheat malt, some crystal. I would think I'd be able to come up with something. So any help would be greatly appreciated. And if, oh excuse me, if we do, or I'm saying we, if you come up with a brew out of that, and I do brew that brew, I'll send you a couple of bottles as a thank you. So that'd be much appreciated if you can help me out. And I don't think there's much more. No. I've got the other all grain that I've done, the milk stout one. That video, grain to glass, is all well, it's all on computer, it's ready for editing, so that'll be going up probably next week at some point. And I need to sort out a few of them and a couple of other beers to send over to Jake for sending me that as a prize. If you remember, I won his competition and I promised him a few, so probably next week sometime I'll do a beer mail, hopefully, over there, or at some point anyway. We'll see. Might incorporate that with my flag going over, so we might have to wait a while till flag comes back. We'll see. We'll work something out anyway. And I think that's it, lads. So, happy Homebrew Wednesday, and I'll see you next time.